Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. There's actually two here from the same company. This is a new company as far as I know, and I'm going to link these knives down in the description. These are manufactured by We Knives, and I had a short discussion with the designer on Instagram, but they look pretty cool, and they have lots of different means of deployment. So I'm excited to actually get in here and take a look at these things. Thanks so much to the company who sent them, which I'm brain farting at the moment, Darkbolt Design. Sorry about that. Thanks so much to you guys for sending these in for me to take a look at. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. Okay, let me make some cuts off camera real quick, just because I got some of my personal information here, and I'm going to try and get these open fairly quickly because it's two different models, but they are essentially, well, they're not the same. They're very, very similar though. So I want to kind of get these out so that we can look at both of them at the same time. Sorry, almost there, guys. There we go. All right, into the final fortifications. Okay, cool box. Again, these are manufactured by We Knives, so I expect that the quality will be, on point for sure. All right, the first one. Yeah, this is going to be, I have to look at the blade shape. This is going to be the Arcis or the Arcus. I think it's Arcis, right? What's cool is this is what I thought. This is a button operated liner lock. Oh, it does drop nice. So he mentioned multiple means of deployment. This would be front flipper, thumb stud operation, right? How about the reverse flick? No problem. And flipper tab. Flipper tab's more of a light switch. See, the thing is they're having to tune this, and it is, let me see. Yeah, there's detent ball. They got to set this up to where the detent ball is accommodating for all of these different means of deployment, right? The detent feels perfect for the thumb studs. Honestly, the front flipper also seems great. Can you... Not really. The front flipper also seems great. And then the flipper tab is all right, right? It's a bit light for the flipper tab. I think it honestly could be slightly heavier and still work just fine with all these other means of deployment. It's interesting, see what I mean there? It is interesting to have the button right here. And it's also cool to see another button operated liner lock, which is something that we don't usually see. Is this in the way? Is this something that I might squeeze and disengage? No, it takes a fair bit. It takes a fair bit of travel, but it's not a crunchy travel because it's just moving the liner lock over, which I kind of like. How about from here? No. There's no incentive to move your finger up, which means the natural landing position of your index finger. I always am wary about button locks and things like that. The natural position of my index finger is not on top of that button, right? And it's absolutely choked up all the way against the flipper tab. That's actually pretty cool. We have this is, by the way, well, it's not going to say on there, but it is CPM 20 CV. I looked on the website. You guys can list it too. CPM 20 CV, G10, steel liners, but we have all titanium hardware and a titanium pocket clip, right? I immediately want to see this in full titanium, and honestly, I think I would have preferred to just go ahead, right, and do like carbon fiber with titanium liners or full titanium, right, with titanium liners. And then also, I think what would really, really go over well with people, because this is actually really cool, and it is slightly different from what we normally see, right, which is I'm very much going to welcome that in 2023. Seeing something even slightly different is absolutely something I'm interested in, right? Because we see way too much of the same thing. I want to see a budget version of this. 14C28i, you're going to hear, I know we're going to hear this echoed, right? This is really cool as a premium knife. We're kind of in this weird in-between spot with materials. Full-on premium and then a budget version, right? Steel, G10, 14C28N, go steel for the clip, go steel for the hardware, reduce the price as much as possible. I mean, as a $65 to $70 knife, this would go over very, very well, right? People who want to pay more for the premium stuff like 20CV and the titanium hardware, right? Again, the pocket clip is titanium, right? I know the liners are steel, but we have titanium thumb studs, titanium pocket clip, titanium lanyard barrel, titanium standoff, all that stuff. It's all titanium, right? And the button, same thing. All titanium, right? So don't expect to see, you know, a $75 price tag on this guy. It's not going to happen. But that is cool. I like that. And then the other one is, I got a cheat sheet off the right that tells me which one's which based on the blade shape. The other one is the Stratus. And for those of you who do not want the curiously, the detent on this guy feels slightly heavier. The flipper tab on this one feels slightly more responsive. I don't know why that is, but yeah, same kind of deal. Action's very good, totally drop shut off the button. Yeah, so if you want a drop point version of this, then great. So the goal here, this was designed by somebody who absolutely was and currently is a knife collector. He said he's collected a few hundred, and he said that the main idea here is that there was always, you know, at least one or two things that kept a lot of knives from being keepers for him, right? And so his main thing was having options for deployment and manipulation, right? Accommodating for various circumstances, or, you know, if you're the type of person that likes to dedicate to one type of deployment, then you have a lot of different options, right? It can cater to a lot of people, and you can just stick with, like, if you like the flipper tab, and you can just ignore the other elements here and use it, because honestly, everything else is not in the way. They managed to keep the thumb stud essentially completely and totally out of the cutting path. You can't say that the front flipper is really in the way. I mean, look at this. That's nothing, right? There's really absolutely nothing in the way. So this is nice to be able to manipulate it in all these different ways. Should be very easy to take it apart. What did we do for hardware? Did we do T8? Yeah, we did. Very cool. I like the lanyard barrel back here, totally out of the way. The other thing it mentioned was having eventually lots of different like scale materials, like swappable, you know, customizable parts and things like that, so that people could kind of build what they want. He also sent me, I haven't watched it yet, but he also sent me a blade swap video. So I'll have to check that out. This is not a review. This is just an unboxing and first impressions. And honestly, right off the bat, this is pretty cool. I like seeing the button operated liner lock. I think that's great for people who don't trust actual plunge locks, which is generally speaking what button locks are. They are plunge locks. This is a liner lock that is manipulated by a button, which, you know, I think is probably a better setup. I mean, you get better lockup solidity. And again, it's made by We. I mean, you can tell. Everything here is absolutely on point. Yeah, lockup and everything. This is all really nice. Centering is all really good. How about this guy? We on with the centering? Yeah, really nice. Pretty cool. I immediately want to see a more premium version and a substantially less premium version. I think that that would go over really well. Obviously, it's not like rubbing a magic lamp and it's just like, do this right now, right? But this is cool as a starting point. This is very, very new. You can get these right now. I think they're absolutely available. So check them out if you want to. I'll link the website down in the description. If you want to wait and hear my thoughts, I will carry and use both of these and give my final thoughts in a full comprehensive review here in just a few weeks. Thanks again to Darkbolt Designs for sending these in. I like these. These are neat. It's a little bit different. That's cool. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.